Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Luran S webinar, which we will conduct today. So first of all, two technical things. This session will be recorded. That's the first thing. And if you have any questions, then please post them into the chat so that we can answer them afterwards. There is an opportunity right after the presentation, so please feel free. Every question is welcome, and we're happy to answer them after the presentation. Then going on to the next slide. So first of all, let me introduce the team today. So we have Laura Nübling here, who is the product manager for Luran S. She will go later on and present the portfolio of Luran S that we have today. She will also give you an overview, and that is quite important, about applications. And I think that's the most important thing at this point in time for a lot of companies in the industry. What are the offerings that we have on eco products? After that, Niels Becker, who's the development manager for Luran S, will give you an overview about the latest developments that we have. You have probably seen our campaign on LinkedIn, where we promoted the SPF 60. That is something we will talk about later. And then we also will give you an overview about our Luran S Med grade, which we recently launched. My name is Wolfgang Diederich. I'm the business manager for Advanced Styrenics in EMEA. And I will give you a very quick introduction about our Luran S footprint. So what you can see here on the slide is a footprint about our Luran S or ISA productions. I will not go into the detail what is in Styrolution. I think most of you know our company, but ASA is in the focus of today's webinar. So let me quickly give you an overview of what we have. So first of all, you see in the middle of the slides the European overview. So we have one facility in Ludwigshafen where we're producing ASA. Then we have two other facilities in Europe, in Cologne and Schwarzheide, all three plants, by the way, in Germany, where we also can compound our ASA grades. The very important thing about EMEA is that we are really the only ASA producer in Europe. So from transforming monomers into polymers. On a global scale, we have also a production facility in Ulsan, in Korea, and in Bayport in Texas that is currently built. Currently, we're still producing in Altamira, Mexico, but the Bayport facility for ASA will come on stream in the next couple of months. That is a true global footprint, and this true global footprint is something that no other ASA producer in the world has. And with that short introduction about our facilities all over the globe, I would hand over to Laura.
Thank you very much, Wolfgang. I'll take over from here. And first of all, a very warm welcome to all of our participants. We are really excited to do the webinar with you together. My name is Laura Nübling. I am the responsible product manager for ASA, and I would like to start today's webinar with a short recap about ASA polymers and why Luran S should be your first choice. We have an improved weather resistance for Luran S. The material is especially designed for exterior applications. And you maybe heard the term outdoor ABS in the one or other context. From a technical point of view, it's not correct, but it underlines very well how suitable the material is for outdoor applications. The resistance is not only limited to the weather, it applies also to chemicals such as detergents, oil, fat, and alcohol. And another very important key property is the impact strength. Luran S is capable to deal with shock energy and to absorb the impact energy without becoming brittle and without breaking. And last but not least, it has a really nice appearance. Good, excellent surface properties and a high quality look. And as Wolfgang already mentioned, we are producing Luran S in Europe. And I think it was in the 1960s when we first produced the material in one of our German plants. And ever since, The product portfolio has grown and developed according to market and customer demands. And today, we are very happy to provide you a broad and well-defined product portfolio which supports you in achieving your target. And when we now have a look on the right side of my slide, you can see an overview of the current setup. It is structured according to the key properties. And when we'll have a look at the high heat applications, we offer for that purpose 7780 on the European market. If you are more interested in high scratch resistant, KR2950 will do its best for you. And with the 777K, we have a real all-rounder. It comes with a well-balanced property profile and is often used in the automotive sector. Yeah, and some of you may be interested in extrusion grades. We've marked the respective grades with an E on this slide, and these ones are popular in construction. Very recently, we had a new development and 2 grades were added to our product portfolio. First of all, we have in the upper part the 778T SPF 60, which comes with an advanced UV package, and it is offered in a deep black for high-class applications. And for the very first time, we are able to include a medical application in our product portfolio. You find it bottom down. It's our MET 797S. It is tailor-made for small medical device housings. And these 2 grades will be the core of our webinar today. But before we are going to dive into the technical details, I would like to complete my introduction with an overview about the applications. The automotive sector is quite important, and since Luran S is a very persistent material, it is perfectly designed for the use in exterior applications. This can be, for example, front grills, mirror housings, and lately spoilers have been added to the list. Truck driver cabins in the heavy-duty sector are also manufactured with Luran S. And again, the persistence of the material and impact strength are playing the key role. My first 3 examples may indicate for you that there is a strong focus on black parts. And yes, it's right. We are offering a huge variety of black colors, but we are not limited to the color black. There are more colorful solutions available in our portfolio, and this is especially interesting for other applications in construction, in household, and in other outdoor fields. A few of them are listed on these slides. You see roof tiles, housings are known, window frames, and washing machines. Yeah, and even the automowers are produced with Luran S. As I said, it's just a small overview of a really, really broad window for applications. And in general, we can say, whenever there is solar radiation, chemicals, heat, or mechanical stress playing a role, Luran S will perfectly fit for that purpose. It remains its properties. Just to give you an example from your private household to underline our statement, I think most of you have white plastic products at home. They are maybe stored outside on the balcony or on your terrace or inside near a window. And over time, you realize that the material turns yellow. This is something which is not going to happen with Luran S. Luran S is able to cope with these conditions, and it remains both its mechanical properties and also its optical ones. So yeah, really made for long-lasting applications And I think it's fair to say that the end consumers is always pleased with a long-lasting product. And this is quite a strong argument in terms of sustainability. For sustainability, we have more to offer. And this I would like to show you on the next slide. We provide also sustainable ASA solutions. Our Luran S eco crates are produced from bio-attributed raw materials as a drop-in solution to reduce the carbon dioxide emissions. As you can see below the biocircular frame, there are many resources available for the production of bio-attributed raw materials. And since we are working with a mass balance approach, the characteristics, the properties of our eco crates are identical to those of the virgin material, but they come with a significantly reduced carbon footprint. We are, for that purpose, also certified within the framework of ISCC. ISCC stands for International Sustainability and Carbon Certification. And that means, on the one hand, that we are able to trace our own efforts in a transparent way. And on the other hand, it allows our customers, when they are also certified, to pass on the savings in their value chain. And I think this is quite an attractive opportunity. In the future, we will add a second approach to the portfolio. We will add chemical recycling. Yeah, and I think there is now one question open. How big is the impact of our eco crates? And therefore, we prepared two examples for you. On the left side of the slide, you can see an automower, which is produced with our Luran S Eco 757G. And in this case, the carbon footprint is reduced by 60%. In case of the wall box shown on the right side, we have a decrease by minus 58%. And this is really a significantly reduction. And for INEOS Dilution, it's only one challenge we are working on at the moment. The other solutions will be now presented by my colleague, Niels Becker. And yeah, Niels, the stage is yours.
All right. Thank you, Laura. And thanks everybody also from my end for joining today. My name is Niels Becker. I'm the Product Development Manager for Luran S. And I will guide you through the next slide and tell you about our new products that we have just recently developed, some new innovation, and also the reason why we are currently developing our portfolio, which is basically shown here in this slide. I mean, everybody knows about the changes in the automotive industry. This is very present everywhere. We're heading towards e-mobility, or maybe electrification is already still everywhere. And then in the future, we're going to maybe autonomous driving. We have new mobility concepts in the cities, more shared drivings, shared mobility, and so on and so forth. And also design trends are changing. If you go back to the 80s, for example, you mainly had grained surfaces in the automotive interior world. Nowadays, you have high-class plastics, high-gloss plastics, not only in the luxury segments, also smaller segments, A segment, B segment, and so on. And also in the future, new challenges will come. This comes, of course, always with new requirements, new challenges also for raw materials and for plastics. But not only in the automotive industry, again, which is also which is always everywhere and very present, and a hot potato, let's say, discussed everywhere. Also in other sectors, gardening, household, construction, and so on and so forth. For example, as we see here, a lawnmower, which was back in the day a functional tool that was supposed to cut your lawn. Nowadays, it's kind of a lifestyle product, and also this offers also chances for materials like Luran S. I would say same thing would apply also to vacuum cleaners and other stuffs, coffee machine, and so on. so that materials that were used in the past may not be used today anymore, and things like Luran S, some shiny materials come into play here. And who knows what the future will bring. So this is the reason why we definitely have to keep up with the future, have to get ready and make our portfolio, let's say, ready for the future. And one good example, if you go to the next slide, please, is Laura has already mentioned, is our new Luran S 778T XA SPF 60 BK 9090, which has been developed for automotive deep black high gloss surfaces. One remark: our state-of-the-art UV package until now is the SPF 30. One or the other might know this package, and this is still a very good UV package, which mainly functions very good for grain surfaces and other products. But with this product, SPF 60 BK 9090, we made a huge step forward in terms of UV resistance and aesthetics. And for this, we say that this is our new standard and product for, again, automotive deep black high gloss surfaces. And the features of this new grade, if you go to the next slide, please, are, of course, it is a 778T, and this is maybe the best news here, which is a very well-known product in the automotive industry and also other industries, which fulfills the usual and automotive standards that there are in the automotive exterior world. We tweaked the basic recipe a bit, but still it fulfills in terms of mechanics and heat resistance all the automotive standards. And we added a new additivation package called SPF 60, which shows improved gloss retention, enhanced color fastness, and less graying. So that makes it the best-in-class UV protection that we have all over our Luran S portfolio. And then we modified this product a bit. We call it Extra Aesthetic, or XA as a short form, which then comes with a brilliant surface appearance in combination, especially in combination with black. So it gives us a deep black, a reduced haze, reduced milky surface. So that makes this product in combination, or these features in combination, makes this product again our best product for high gloss deep black surfaces. If you go to the next slide, please. We of course also have some data regarding this, regarding UV resistance. Some of you might know the so-called ISO 48292-2A UV test, accelerated weathering test, or so-called Florida test. Here shown the color shift and gloss retention on high gloss surfaces for after weathering of 3,200 hours, which is the 2-year cycle in the automotive industry. And if we take a look at the lower left side, so that is the color shift DE, then we see at the end, after the 2-year cycle, we have a color shift of around 2.5, somewhere between 2 and 3, which is very good, and you can hardly see any changes on the high gloss surfaces there. Same picture when we take a look at the gloss retention at 60 degrees on the right side. There, the gloss retention result is marked in green, so in the green area, and there we see that we're always fairly below 80% of gloss retention, which is also very good and fulfills all the standard for the automotive sector. And if you go to the next slide, please, then a very interesting comparison. I mean, not only to other ASA products, but of course, especially for automotive exterior, we of course also have to compete versus other polymers, for example, PMMA ASA blends, pure PMMA, polycarbonate. And as we can see here, I mean, every polymer has its advantages. For example, you have a very nice and shiny deep black for PMMA, that's for sure, also polycarbonate. But for example, PMMA doesn't give you the impact resistance. Polycarbonate is not that UV stable. So with the new 778T XA, you receive a very balanced property profile, which in terms of color, UV, gloss, and impact resistance gives us a very good result. Okay, then another product that we have just recently launched, and a very good example where we closed our gap and where we enter really new fields with ASA, with our Luran S. This is our first medical grade made of ASA called Luran S MED 797S SPF 30, and especially designed for small medical device housings. And if you go to the next slide, please, then you will see that the features of this product are in general that we have a very good impact resistance. That's due to the nature of 797S, which is one of our products with the highest impact resistance among our Luran S portfolio. It comes with the SPF 30 package, so very good UV resistance, especially for indoor applications. And it brings two new features that we where this product is the only one in our Luran S portfolio, because it is compliant to ISO 10993, 5 and 10, meaning skin contact and cytotoxicity. And we offer that product with a notification of change commitment of up to 12 months, which is also completely new in our Luran S portfolio. And we do this as this is really required by customers in this sector. Okay. If we take a look at the properties, then we see here compared to standard ABS, which is one product that is used in this field of applications, we have definitely a stronger UV resistance due to the nature of ASA. As I already mentioned, a good impact resistance at room temperature and also at 5 degrees C. And a very important factor, and this is why we think that in combination with the other features, Luran S or ASA fits perfectly to these kind of applications. We have a strong environmental stress cracking resistance with our product. So a strong resistance against chemistry and other fluids. And if you go to the next slide, you see that we have tested the product versus different disinfectant agents. We have conducted comprehensive testing versus disinfectants that are on the market. And as you can see here, especially alcohol-based disinfectants, isopropyl, ethanol, and so on, we finish with our Luran S product way better compared to ABS, as it is very stable. And as you know, that even today, after the pandemic, disinfection is maybe more important than ever. So this is a very important feature. And all in all, again, and if you go to the next slide, please, all in all, considering all these properties, strong environmental stress tracking, superior long-term UV protection, high impact strength, regulatory compliance with ISO 10993 and 5 and 10, the notification of change, and last but not least, we also offer this product as an eco solution based on bioattributed feedstock as a Luran S Eco MED 797S SPF 30 BC 40. And due to all these features, we think that this product is perfectly matching to these kind of applications, especially small medical device housings. Okay, so that's it regarding our new product launches. And with this, I'm going to hand over to Wolfgang again.
So yeah, let me summarize what we have heard in the last couple of minutes. So first of all, as you have heard in the beginning, ENEOS Styrolution is the only ASA producer in Europe. ENEOS Styrolution has a true global footprint with production facilities in all 3 regions, in Asia, in Americas, and in Europe. We are offering a growing eco portfolio, as you have heard from Laura and also from Niels on Luran S MED. So challenge us on that. Yeah, we really have now basically all grades available also as eco versions. And then, as you have heard earlier, you learned about SPF 60. SPF 60 is our UV protection for high gloss surfaces, but we still have SPF 30 in our portfolio, which some of you might know already. This is still good enough for grain surfaces and is still a best-in-class UV package. But if you require superior UV performance, then you can test our SPF 60, of course. And then, as you have seen, we have expanded our portfolio with our first ASA in the medical area. That's the Luran S Med that Niels recently presented. And also there, if you're interested, contact us, contact your key account manager for assistance, and then we might be able to sample. Going now to the questions that we have raised, you can still, while we are answering them, if you have further questions, please put them into the chat. There are some that we would like to answer now. So first question is SPF 60 available for all Luran S products and colors? That is a question for Niels, I think.
Yeah, I mean, for now, the SPF 60 additivation or UV package is especially designed for the grade that I have just presented, the 778T XA SPF 60 BK 990. But basically, it would be possible to transfer it also to other grades, other products that we have in our portfolio, which are meant or mainly used in other industries. And that's also the target for the future. That's what we're going to do. We're working on that. For now, SPF 60 only for the one product available. In the future, then also for other products.
And there's another question for you, Niels. Is SPF 60 globally available?
Yeah, SPF 60 is globally available. We have launched this product, or we're just launching this week this product in all the regions, also America and Asia. And it's locally produced as well, so available and locally produced everywhere on the globe.
Thanks, Niels. There's also, yeah, I think we answered it already somehow, but nevertheless, maybe Laura, you can answer that. Will SPF 30, sorry, disappear from the product portfolio?
SPF 30 will not disappear. We developed SPF 60 in addition, and especially to deal with high gloss applications and fulfill the requirements there. But SPF 30 for the already existing applications will be still available in the future. And yeah, so to answer the question, no, it won't disappear.
Thanks, Laura. Then there's a question on capacity on the new Bayport plant in Texas, when it will start up. Also there, I think I mentioned a few things already, but let me answer that. So just to give you an overview, in the Americas, we have currently the facility in Altamira in Mexico, which is producing ASA and ABS. We are currently building the plant in Bayport, Texas, which will come on stream probably in the first quarter of 2024. So we are now in the ramp-up phase or startup phase. And the capacity of that plant will be, or is a nameplate capacity of 100 KT, ASA, dedicated ASA plant with latest technology. And the Altamira plant will then also have some free capacity for ABS. So that will also increase our ABS capacities in the Americas region. Then on SPF 60 again, the question to Niels, do we already have OEM approvals in the automotive area?
A good question. No, we don't. I mean, we just went through a very comprehensive scale-up phase and customer sampling phase. The material has been seen by OEMs, by tier ones, and so on. Different customers. We have received positive feedback, only positive feedback, and we're working on that. So hopefully soon the material will be listed. Not yet, but again, yeah, we're working on that, and hopefully soon then.
Thanks, Niels. And then last but not least, there's a question to Laura. Would we have already sample material available for SPF 60?
That's an easy question to answer. Yes, there is material available. And of course, we would be very happy to provide you with sample material if you're interested in the new applications. So yeah, just in case, reach out to your key account manager, and we are happy to arrange a delivery for you.
Then there's another question just coming in. What is the level of scratch resistance of 778T XA SPF 60 compared to PMMA for exterior parts for deep black high gloss? That's for Niels.
Yeah, I've expected that question, to be honest. The level is comparable to a regular 778T, and PMMA is, of course, the level of scratch resistance of PMMA is, of course, higher. I mean, we don't have to tell stories around this. It is like it is. It is comparable to standard 778T. The mechanics, the properties in general, not talking about UV and aesthetics, but the properties in general are comparable to a 778T, which is our high heat product for the automotive world.
Thanks, Niels. So that's it on the questions. Then maybe we move on to the next slide. First of all, thanks for participating in this webinar, and thanks for your questions. So if you have more questions, please reach out to your key account manager, who is available, of course, for your questions. And if you have more questions, then visit our website. This webinar, as we said in the beginning, has been recorded and will also be uploaded to our website within the next couple of days. So if you have interested colleagues in your company, then forward this. And if you have questions, once again, reach out to us. Thanks for your participation. Have a nice rest of the week, and goodbye.
Thank you.
Driving success together.